In the past, I have found myself having thousands of business ideas that I thought I wanted to implement. And of course, I got confused because how do you pick one business out of all the ideas that you have? Now, in this video, I'm going to take you through the process of identifying the idea that you're going to pick and run with it. Now, if you want to know how to do this, then of course, keep on watching. Now, first, I want you to understand that there are 3 types of businesses that you must understand before you even decide what business that you want to choose. And this is something that I did not figure out in the beginning, and that is why I wasted a lot of time and a lot of energy and resources trying to figure out what businesses that I was trying to do. And the first type of business is service-based business. Now, service-based business is where you are offering services to somebody else. You are an accountant and you're doing this financial accounting for a certain company or for a certain individual, then you're offering services to me. Now, what you have is a service-based business. Now, you are a content creator or you're a video editor. Now, I send you my videos, you edit before I upload them. You're doing a service for me. So then what you have is a service-based business. Now, you're an environmental consultant. You are offering environmental consultancy expertise, offering assessments and audits. That is a service you're offering to your clients. So that is a service-based business where you're offering your expertise. You could do them by hand, or you could just use your intellectual property to serve your clients. The second type of business that I want you to understand is a product-based business. Now, this pen, whoever sold me this pen, they are in a product-based business because the product I can be able to touch, I can be able to see. I see it's blue, I can be able to try it out. Now, I have something that I carry on with myself when I went to the shop. Now, the shopkeeper has a product-based business. They are selling products to their clients. Okay, so if you're selling cars, if you're selling shoes, if you're selling laptops, you are in a product-based business, and you need to understand that. The other type, that is the type number 3 of a business that I want you to understand, is digital product business. Now, this one is where you are selling products digitally. You're selling digital products. It's not something like I can touch, but it is a product. What I mean is, for example, Netflix. For example, you pay for Netflix, you pay for DSTV, you pay for GoTV, and then you have the access to their product for the whole of that month, the whole of that year, for however long your product should last. Now, those people who are operating the DSTVs and the Netflixes are offering digital services, and that is a type of a business called digital product business. The other one is, for example, the courses that you do online on Udemy, or even personal and private courses. Like, I might come up with a course. Let me know down in the comment if you would want to see a course that I do on how to set up your consultancy business and at least grow it from the beginning. How do you choose clients? How do you choose your niche? Now, if I'm selling that course, then that is a digital product that I'm selling. Because what I do, I publish it online. You pay to have my course. I sell you the course. It's yours. You have access to my course. Use it to get results that I have gotten. That is now a product that I'm selling to you, but I'm selling it online. That's a digital product, a course. The other thing is, for example, articles, blogs, or even videos. These are digital products that I'm selling to you. So that is the first thing that you need to understand when you're trying to figure out what business you want to do. The 3 types of businesses. All right. Now, the second thing that I want you to do is to generate the ideas. I know you have them. Of course, this one is easy, but they're in your mind. Now, write them down on a piece of paper. Every idea you ever thought of, anything that crossed your mind. You thought you could be a farmer, Write it down. You thought you could do, professional football? Do it. You thought you could be a videographer? Do it. You thought you could be whatever. Write it down. Any business idea that ever crossed your mind, write it down. Of course, the moment you write it down, you're getting them from your mind to your paper, so you even have opportunity to think of more. So download any business idea you ever had in your mind. That is what I call generating. Do it on a piece of paper. Have them. Doesn't matter what the number is. Have them all on a piece of paper. Now, after you have downloaded them and they are on a piece of paper, now I want to do 3 small things that you need to do here when it comes to generating of these ideas. The first thing that I want you to do is, out of the ideas that you have written down, now start thinking, what activities do you enjoy doing? Normally, naturally, if everything was to be held constant, like if you had food, water, shelter, rent, money, everything, what activities would you enjoy doing if you had all the money and everything that you ever needed in life? What would you enjoy doing? What activities do you enjoy doing? Do you enjoy being alone? That's me. Do you enjoy being indoors? Do you enjoy talking to people? Do you enjoy taking walks? Do you enjoy teaching? What do you enjoy? What activity do you enjoy? Do you enjoy researching? Do you enjoy writing? What activities do you enjoy? Now, next to the ideas, write down the idea, the thing, the activity that you enjoy doing. Now, after you have written down what you enjoy doing, the next thing that I want you to do is to write about things you have an interest in. What are your interests? Now, interest is something that kind of excites you. You might not have ever thought of going that direction, but something that excites you. Like for me, I know business excites me. Like operations of a business excites me. Sales and marketing, I'm excited. I want to know how. Now that is something that excites me. Business excites me. Now, what excites you? Probably it could be you're excited when it comes to the internet. The internet just excites you and amazes you. Maybe you're excited about, or you're interested in animals. You're interested in the environment. You're interested in buildings. The architect, the materials, how exactly do you really do the foundation? That is something that you're interested in. Not necessarily that you have done, but when you think, you're like, oh, I wish I can know how that happened. So that's something that excites you. What excites you? Then the other thing that I want you to do is write down the skills you have. They must not necessarily be perfect, but if you have a skill, write it down. Now, remember, we talked about the ideas, you generated them. Then on top here, you have written about the type of activity you enjoy, things that you have interest in. Now, you're writing about the skills that you have. Skills, like for example, you have a skill in photography, or you have a skill in video editing. You must not necessarily be the best, but you know how. You have an understanding of how. You're patient. That's a skill. Being patient is a skill. Then you have good communication skills. That's a skill. Write down the skills that you have. All right. Have we done those 4 things? That is the second step. Now, the third thing that you're going to do, or step number 3 that you're going to do, is to find a match among the 4 things that we did in step 2. We generated ideas, we wrote about activities we enjoy, we talked about things you have an interest in, and we talked about the skills that you have. Now here, I want you to look for a match. What do you think is a match? Like for example, let me give you an example. You might probably want to work alone, or to work indoors, or to work at home, and you have an interest in agriculture or in gardening, and you also have skills in videography. Then guess what a business idea you could do is to teach people how to take care of indoor plants. You could start a YouTube channel where you're doing videos teaching people how to take care of the plants, which plants they should, because now that fits your skills, your interest, and things that you enjoy doing. Getting what I'm saying? That is how you look for a mix. So try and play around with the different ideas and activity you love, things you have an interest in, and things that you have a skill in. Try and find a mix. Try and match. And of course, you're going to come up with a few business ideas that could come in your mind, a few of them. At least now you have a few as compared to the number that you had, okay? And of course, remember we talked about the type of business in step 1. So now let's get into step 4 of what you need to do. Step number 4 that you need to do now, because you have already identified several business ideas, now is to rank those ideas. What do I mean when I say rank? Now, you have come up with a business idea, like for example, you could start selling vacuum cleaners because you have an interest in vacuum or in carpet cleaning, and then you have a skill in operating or in cleaning, and you enjoy clean places or stuff like that. So you thought you could start a business where you're selling vacuum cleaners and explaining to people how they work, and so that's a business idea. The one we talked about, you could start a video, a YouTube channel where you're telling people how to take care of their plant. Now you have several ideas that you have come up with. Now I want us to categorize these so that we can be able to rank them on a scale of 1 to 10. The first thing is, how much does it excite you? How much does the idea that you came up with excite you, like genuinely excite you? Now here, hold everything constant, especially emotions. Just look at what excites you. What would you enjoy doing every other day of your life? Now, if you have one, then try and link all the business. Say, assuming now we have 4 businesses that we have been left with. Now, among the 4, what excites you about the 4 of them? So the first business idea on a scale of 1 to 10, say it's 4. The second business idea is 5. The third business idea is 9. And the fourth business idea is 1. That is on a scale of, that is on considering the excitement that you have. Because businesses are hard to build. Times get tough when you're building a business. So if you're building a business you're not excited about, trust me, probably you're going to give up in between. So choose a business that you are excited in doing. The other thing I want you to look at is the value. We need to provide value to people. Is the idea you have come up with solving any problem? Because let me tell you outside here, the brutal truth is that clients don't care about you and your businesses and everything. The only thing that they want is you to solve their problem. Period. So for whatever businesses that you have chosen the 4. Now look, what value are they providing in the market? Now on a scale of 1 to 10, what value, where do they fall on a scale of value? And then of course now the other thing that you need to do is to check at the interest. Are people interested in what you're doing? Because if you're doing something that people are not interested, like I said, nobody is going to give the F word about your business. So you need to make sure that it's a business people are interested in. They can pay for your business, or they have a problem that can be solved by your business. So make sure to rank your business ideas. On a scale of 1, how excited are you? What value does it provide? And how much are people interested in your business? Now, rank the 4 of them and see which one has more points among your business ideas. Now, the 5th thing that I want you to do is to visualize that business idea. Now, seriously, like for example, you did the ranking of the 4 business ideas in step 4, and you decided what I'm going to go with the first that came, and that is starting a YouTube channel where I'm teaching people how to take care of their indoor plant. Now, all right, now figure out or think, visualize of what a day in your ideal business would look like. Think about that. This is simple. It looks simple, but makes a lot of sense. Because now think, for example, you are a YouTuber who talks about indoor plants. What would your day look like? Filming, editing, promoting, answering to comments. What would your day look like? What would a week in your busy day or in your business look like? Traveling to look for indoor plants, the amount of research you have to do. Okay, then probably you decided to do, I'm going to do accounting for people. Look at how does a day in life of an accountant look like. You might never have ever considered about this, but now the moment you choose that business and decide to look at what these people do, now you get kind of the real picture, or you're hit by reality of what that specific business looks like. So that is very important. Visualize and try and find out and research and even talk to people who are in the business and see what they go through, what are their businesses like. And of course, now after you have figured out what different businesses would look like, now of course, now pick one. But of course, here now this is where instincts, intuitions, prayer come into action. Now pick one idea that now you think you have come up with, that excites you, that you're interested in, that you have visualized and you think you like. Now pick that one. I'm talking about one. Yes, we had 4, we ranked them, we visualized them, but just pick one among the few that we've been left with. Pick one. And of course, now this is where I talked about prayer coming in, instincts. You might have ranked businesses and one was at 9 and one was at 8 or 6. But deep inside, you know what you want. Deep inside, among the 2 that ranked the highest, you know which one is best for you. So pick the one that you've been left with and the one that fits your values, one that fits you. And of course, now that one is the idea you're going to take into the next step. So that is how you pick an idea of among so many that you have. Now we have been left with one idea which we will now take to the next step of building that business. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, comment and share this with a friend, because probably they're also struggling to pick one business idea that they will enjoy and one that they're going to run away with. So make sure to subscribe to my channel and share this with a friend. Comment down and tell me what you think about my 6 steps of picking a business idea when you have 1,012 of them. Till next time, keep safe, have a beautiful day, have a blessed week, and God bless you.